Hi Aries, welcome to Wine of the Night Tarot. I'm Shabana and I'm here to do your love read for October. While this is a love read, please know that it is not limited to just a romantic connection. This could be any connection of emotional significance in your life. This could be with a spouse or a lover, of course, and most of you will tune in for that. But whether your person is a sibling, a parent, a friend, a child, a workmate, this reading could resonate with all those emotionally significant connections in your life. However, this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Aries out there. If that is the case, please do check your other prominent positions like your moon, your Venus, your rising, and your north node. If it does resonate, please do give it a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting next. And please leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for all the support that you have been giving the channel. Every single one of your likes, shares, subscriptions, comments helps me grow the channel, helps me get spirit message out there to all of you, and helps me connect with your energy when I'm receiving messages for you, which is really important to me. All right, Aries, we are going to look at what energies are going to be significant in October for you and your person. However, time and energy are fluid, so anytime you receive this reading is the right time for you to get these messages. Also, I will make Aries the main energy of this read, but if you feel the need to swap the roles around to better fit your situation, please go right ahead and do that. Okay, Aries, let's get started by pulling a major arcana energy for you and for the person you are connecting with in this read. Okay, you have the World card. All right, Capricornian energy. The zodiac signs that show up in this read could indicate placements that you or your person may have within these signs, or it could indicate people of these signs who are significant to your read. They have the Empress, beautiful energy. So we have a lot of earth on the board already. We have Capricornian energy with the World, and we have the Empress energy with Taurus, Venus in Taurus. All right, let's take a look at any areas of your connection that require healing from your end. All right, what do we have? We have discover your life purpose. All right, you might be on a journey of discovery, finding your soul path and your purpose. They have to heal the energy of sadness. I get a strong 5 of Cups energy from this card. We will take a look and see what is driving these energies. All right, let's take a look. Okay, how do we want this? At your emotional state, we have impatience on your end. Throat chakra. Okay, let's take a look at their emotional energy. They are in the heart chakra energy of growth. Interesting. All right. Okay. How do you view your person in this connection? Oh, too many, I heard. All right. Okay, so we shall go again. How does Aries, wow, okay, I know you guys saw that. Okay, all right, you view them as your inner peace. They view you with a sense of intimacy. All right, Aries, let's get your tarot out. Let's place your cards and then let's get into your read. Okay, current energies. Okay, who is this for? Right, your current energy is the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, do we want these? Yes. Okay, just a minute. Their current energy is the King of Swords What do you want to communicate to them is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. What do they want to communicate to you is the Four of Swords in the upright. Okay then. All right. What are your hopes and fears in this connection? Page of Swords. All right. What are their hopes and fears in this connection? Nine of Wands in the reverse. All right. And can we have a potential? How do we want this? All right. And the potential union energy is, all right, I'm going to see if this works here. If not, then I will bring it down. Is the Eight of Wands. Okay, move these across just a little bit. All right, Aries. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is collaborative energy. The Three of Pentacles is working together in a connection to try and fix it. This is an attitude of healing. This is an attitude of wanting to make things better. This is an attitude of and an energy of not pulling in opposite directions, but making a sincere and determined effort to pull together in order to fix, to heal, to make something better, to bring stability back to a connection. There is also a strong energy coming out of this being a workplace situation. Whoever you might be thinking of, your person in this connection, you might have met them at work, and maybe you are in the same team, maybe you are a boss, maybe you're a subordinate, maybe there's a mentorship, but there is an energy of pulling together, making it through a difficult time, making it through adversity, and really putting in the effort to make something good again, to actually have something bloom again, which is the energy that is driving you and driving this reading and your connection in October. Okay, let's get started with you, Aries. You have the World, Capricornian energy. The World is a card of victory. There is a victory wreath surrounding the central figurine here. It is a card of balancing out the elements, learning karmic lessons in order to move forward. This is also the energy of natural cycles coming into a close. You might be at a point in this connection where you want to move forward, where you want to leave certain aspects of yourself, any kind of unhealed aspects of yourself behind, and make a fresh start, make a brand new, either a brand new point of view with this connection, or a fresh start, or maybe you are looking at closing out a connection and moving forward into a new start. However you resonate with this, whether this is the workplace connection, this is within the family, this is with a romantic connection, you are ending a cycle. You are possibly ending a cycle of a lot of introspection, a lot of maybe you had pulled yourself back into a slightly solitary energy because there were important lessons to learn, things needed to be balanced out, karmic debts had to be released, karmic patterns that were unhealthy for you had to be let go of. So it's possible that you were feeling slightly solitary, maybe slightly there wasn't much communication happening. It could have been that you had withdrawn a little into yourself, but you have learned. We are coming out of a pretty intense retrograde where a lot of planets were in retrograde. However, most of them are stationing direct this month. And so having learned what it is that you needed to learn, you are now stepping forwards through the victory wreath, in a more healed state towards this connection. For some of you, and I'm not getting this for a lot of you, some of you may have decided that whatever it was wasn't working for you, and you are moving away from this connection into a new healed state, into a new possible connection as well. For your person, we have the beautiful, abundant energy of the Empress. This is the divine feminine energy. For those of you who are resonating with this in a deep soul connection capacity, it could well be that this retrograde has allowed you to learn, and them, because you will mirror each other in your soul contract. Both of you have learned the lessons that you were meant to, at least one part of them, and both of you will be moving towards some kind of union, some kind of shift within your connection with each other. Doesn't have to be, it is only for a small percentage of you who identify with the deep soul connection journey, whether that's a soulmate, a twin flame, however you choose to label it. For your person, this is divine feminine energy. This is the Empress. This is the beginnings of manifestation. This is everything coming up roses for them. They are manifesting, they are abundant, they are healed, they are looking forwards, they are not looking backwards. There is a lot of growth that has happened to them within this retrograde phase that we were in, and they are looking forwards in a more healed, in a more powerful manner. They might have realized their own self-worth. They're not going to be looking back. They're not going to be tolerated any half-hearted attempts at any kind of communication or connection. They know who they are, they know where they stand, and they are not accepting anything less than what they deserve, which is a beautiful, powerful, abundant energy to be in. What they have let go of during this retrograde, sorry about that, what they have let go of is a certain amount of sadness, is a certain amount of lack. I did mention that I got 5 of Cups energy from this. Your person isn't going to tolerate anything that makes them feel unhappy, anything that makes them feel like they're not good enough, like what they are receiving isn't worth it, like they are being shortchanged. They're done with all of that. They're not tolerating it anymore. It's interesting that this is numbered 5. I hope you can see that. 5s are the energies of change. 5s are the energies of conflict. So they've been through the ringer, they've been through the inner conflict, they've done the inner work, and they have decided that they are moving towards abundance. They are leaving lack behind and they are moving towards abundance. They might also be in a slightly sad state of mind when we come to the end of karmic cycles, when we are in the process of release. There is a certain amount of grief as we let go of older versions of ourselves, as we let go of outdated philosophies, anything that doesn't serve us, anything that has kept us feeling small and stagnant and not good enough. So they might be coming out of this energy of sadness. They might be grieving the loss of their former self. This is all part of the healing process. They might be sad because again, this is not for all of you, this is for a very small percentage of you. They might be feeling a little sad because they understand their soul growth and they see that maybe the two of you aren't compatible at this moment because you are yet to grow. We all grow differently. We all have different soul contracts and soul journeys. We all have different aspects of our growth that happen at different times, which is why most soul connections, soul contracts, deep soul connections, however you resonate with any of this, have people that ascend at different points of time. One may ascend faster, one may have a different journey to be on. If you are meant, if this connection is meant, you will find your way back together. Most connections have a solitary phase. Most connections have a phase where both people in the connection have to separate, whether it is a physical separation, a soul separation, however you resonate with this, they have to separate in order to learn their lessons on their own before they can come back together in a more healed manner. And that is also what you seem to be doing at the moment, Aries. You are discovering your life purpose. You are discovering your passion. You are listening to your higher self. You are stepping onto your soul path. You have also gone through a pretty intense retrograde where you have been questioning a lot of things. Some of you might have been questioning the jobs you were doing. Maybe you've decided to take a step back from a long-term job. Maybe you've decided to go on an entrepreneurial venture. Maybe you've decided to pursue a passion project. Maybe you have been, like I said, even with the World card, I got the energy of you maybe being slightly solitary, maybe not communicating as much, because when it comes to finding your life purpose, when it comes to discovering your life purpose, it's a very internal journey. You have to find your way on your own, and sometimes that necessitates taking a step back from your connections. So it could well be that you are moving to the beat of your own drum. You are marching to the voice of your intuition, of what comes from inside, and because your focus has been on yourself, maybe you haven't been able to give that much to your connections. Again, this is a very necessary part of healing. It's a very necessary part of discovery, self-discovery, and it's very necessary not only for growth but also to find self-stability, because any connection you find yourself in, whether it is to do with your work, whether it is to do with your family or your loved ones, if you are unhealed and unhappy in yourself, finding stability in any connection will be almost impossible. You will trap yourself in never-ending patterns of behavior, patterns of thought, patterns of self-sabotage. So the energies that I am getting are both of growth, both of soul growth more than anything else, and yes, a certain amount of solitary or slightly separate energies. I don't get an entire separation, but there could well be some amount of solitary energy that both of you are in. Your emotional state, Aries, is, we have the energy of impatience. This is throat chakra energy. You have been on your own journey within this connection. You have learned about yourself. You are connecting to your higher self. You're being asked not only to speak the truth, but to listen for the truth. And be very, very cognizant that your truth might differ from your person's truth. And that's okay. It's okay to be honest about where you are in this connection, where you are within yourself. When you try to rush things, when you don't entirely sit with things. So when it comes to healing, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to soul journeys, when it comes to any kind of release, it is essential that you allow yourself time. Just like your person might be feeling a level of sadness to release older patterns of themselves, you are being asked to be patient with yourself. I also get the divine timing energy from this card. None of us like to hear those words, it is true. However, it is one of the absolute tenets of the universe. What is meant to you will come to you when it is time, and what is not meant to you, no matter how much you push, how much you pull, how much you rail against everything, how much you rage, if it's not yours, if it's not meant to be on your soul path, it will be removed from you. And this is manifested most keenly in our connections of emotional significance. We might want very, very desperately, but if it is not right for us, it will not come to us. Or we might think something is completely implausible and it's absolutely never going to happen, or it's never going to work out, or it just seems insane even as a thought or an idea. But if it is meant for us, it will find its way to us at the right time. So being patient, listening patiently to your higher self, giving yourself that chance to heal and to understand where you are on your journey is essential. Their emotional energy is the energy of growth. They are in this beautiful Empress heart chakra growth energy. They have been planting the seeds, the roots are really beginning to take shape, and now they are beginning to see their heart growth, their spiritual growth. I picked up on that with the Empress, where they are no longer tolerating anything that isn't their due. They are no longer tolerating anything that is I'm getting the words half-assed in my head. So yeah, they're not tolerating anything that is below par or subpar. They are not making do anymore. They are aware of what they deserve. They are aware of their worth, and they are sticking to their guns. Yeah, sometimes spirit can put words, can guide you towards words which are a little out there, but if that's the message they need to give you, that's the message you need to get. All right, how are you viewing your person? They are your stability, Empress energy, earth energy. A lot of earth, like I mentioned, for a fire sign, but that is what they bring to you. They bring you inner peace. They bring you stability. They communicate to you, or they're trying to communicate to you, that you are enough, that while your insecurities are valid, we are encouraged to validate all our emotions, the good and the bad. While they are valid, they are encouraging you not to get stuck in them. You are enough. You are the universe. That it's all contained within you, and that's how you view them. You view them as the stabilizing factor in your life. You view them as somebody who is so together, who is so who has everything sorted out, who has everything under, well, the word control isn't the right one, because we can't control everything, but you view them as somebody who is stable, who has it all together, who knows where they're going, who is absolutely stunning. You are extremely attracted to them, and more than just physically, you're attracted to their energy. This is, like I said, the divine feminine energy. So this imagery to me is a everyday 3D manifestation of this energy. This is somebody who is balancing out their spiritual side, their physical side, their monetary side. They are in alignment with what's happening with them in the 3D. They are connecting to their higher selves. They are in alignment with their higher self, and they are frankly irresistible to you at the moment. They represent every single thing that you are looking for, and they bring that measure of peace to you, to any kind of chaotic energy that you might be going through during the healing process. How do they view you? They view you with the beautiful energy of intimacy. For those of you connecting with this in a romantic way, this is, yes, it is extremely physical. There is a lot of attraction here. Like I said earlier, there is a lot of physical intimacy here, but more than just that, there is a sense of vulnerability. There is the ability to open up, to not be judged, to be your authentic self with another person, and that is how they view you. They view you as their soft place to fall. They view you as somebody they can be so honest with. They don't have to put on any masks. They don't have to hide behind any barriers. They don't have to pretend with you, and that is something that points to longevity. That is something that points to maturity. That is how they see you. So there is a certain amount of mirroring, again, like I said earlier, between y'all. So those of you who do resonate with a deep soul connection, there is definitely mirroring between the two of y'all. Okay, your current energy, Aries. We have the Four of Pentacles. You are surrendering. You are surrendering to this growth. You are surrendering to closing out your karmic cycles. You are not fighting anything anymore. You're not holding on too tightly. You're not letting your insecurities get the better of you in this connection with yourself. You realize that you have the key You have the key to your abundance, and you need to surrender, you need to let go, you need to allow that abundance to come towards you, because the moment you hold on to your fears, you hold on to your insecurities, you trap yourself in a prison. I'm going to try and show this to you. You trap yourself in a prison, or you lock the box of your blessings and your abundance, and you don't allow it to come towards you. One of the paradoxes of any kind of manifestation, especially, is the surrender to spirit, the surrender to divine timing, the surrender to the universe, understanding that everything that is meant for you will make its way towards you. Their current energy, they have the King of Swords in the reverse. There might be a lack of clarity for them at the moment as to where this connection is headed, where you are on your growth path, where they are on theirs in connection to you. They're very clear about who they are and where they are, but the confusion comes in when it comes to where your connection is headed at the moment, where the two of you are headed at the moment. How do your energies play well together? How do your energies meld together? And this is putting them in some state of confusion. There is possibly lack of communication. The King of Swords is usually an energy of being very, very logical, very, very clear in your mind of where you want to go, what is happening, and communicating accordingly. But if there is some amount of confusion, then the communication might be at a bit of a standstill, or it might be in fits and spurts where neither of you are actually talking about the real issue, but you're kind of skirting around it to try and gauge where the other person is. Which, again, it's not criticism, Aries. It's a very normal way that we deal with things when we're a little confused about them. What would you like to communicate to your person? We have two eights. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so we have some kind of synchronicity happening. We also have two fours. We have the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Please do look up the meaning of the angel numbers 444 and 888. It might give you a deeper insight into your read. All right, what do you want to tell them? You want a second chance. You don't want to walk away from this. This is important to you. This connection has meaning for you. This connection is something that you believe in, something that you're not willing to let go of. You want a second chance. You don't want to walk away from this. You have learned during your growth phase. You have not only learned, you are learning, thank you, about yourself, and you have decided that this is worth holding on to. You are not walking away from this. This is the second chance that you want to ask them for, but you might be a little unclear how to do it. What do they want to communicate to you? They are looking at a bit of a time out. They want to put down the swords. They want some amount of rest and rejuvenation with you. It's interesting, this depiction of the Four of Swords shows the figure in a meditative state. So they are connecting to their higher selves. They are very clear on what they want with themselves. What they want with you is a chance to sit down and talk, a chance to sit down and have a conversation, tell you where they are, find out where you are. Because of the level of intimacy and inner peace between you all, there is a very, very strong bond here. There is a very there's a bond that is of a lot of significance, not just in the physical 3D sense, but also in a higher self, more elevated sense. So there is the need to sit down and have a conversation. What are your hopes and fears? We have the Page of Swords. You're hoping for a new beginning. You're hoping to be able to communicate what you're going through. You're hoping to be able to literally breach that barrier of not talking or of being quiet. You want to tell them that you want to work this out. You want to explain to them what your growth journey has been, where you are right now. You want to hear where they are right now, and you want to work it out. in whatever capacity you resonate with this in. This is what you want to tell them. This is what you've been struggling to figure out for yourself, and now you want to communicate it, or you will want to communicate it soon enough. You're still keeping an eye on them. You check out their social media. You drop them a line. Like I said earlier, it could be communication that's quite on the surface and a bit breezy without really going into the depths. But what you really want to do is make an effort to communicate how you feel and what you've been going through to them. What do they want to communicate to you? We have the 9 of Wands. They don't want to give up on this. They don't want to walk away either, but they're not going to let themselves be hurt anymore. They're tired of being sad. They're tired of hurting. They're not going to allow that anymore. They are very, very clear on that. They do want to have a conversation with you. They do want to sit down and have this chat with you, and they are very clear on them not putting themselves in a situation of being hurt. If this is a deep soul connection that you resonate with, or any soul contract that you resonate with because almost every single one has a runner and a chaser phase, they're not chasing you anymore. They're very, very clear about that. They're done with, again, I'm getting the word half-assed in my head. They're done with half-assed communication. They're done with half-baked stories. They're done with not being given their due. They're done with not being met halfway. So if you are in a position where you can't offer them, you're not ready, you're not healed enough to offer them what they want, then they are not interested. They are done being hurt. They are done with the chasing. They're not doing that dynamic anymore, and they are very, very clear about it. Because your potential union energy, and it's interesting because this card came out sideways and I was guided to read it upwards. In the upright is communication. You are both are going to sit down and have a chat, because that is the only way to really tell each other what you've been going through. Really sit down and communicate what needs to be said. This could start online initially. Different countries are in different stages of lockdown during the pandemic, so you might not have a choice. You might not be able to physically sit down with each other. You might talk to each other over a video call, but whatever this communication is, it has to be more than just, hey, how you doing, what's happening, I was thinking of you, here's a meme that I found exciting. No, this communication has to be absolutely direct. This communication has to be of significance. Both of you want to sit down and have this chat. So whenever you do decide to open the doors of the communication, it needs to be collaborative. You need to sit down with each other physically or virtually and actually talk things through if you want this connection to go further. Okay, Aries, I am going to pull closing energies from, okay, the Whispers of Love Oracle. Let's see what we have. Wow, we have speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So I don't think the message of communication can get any stronger for you, Aries, within this reading. You are being asked to not be impatient. You are being asked not to be harsh. You are being asked to sit down and actually examine what you are going through, what you are feeling. You're being asked to push aside your fears and actually have this conversation with your person. Sit down, actually think it through, feel it through, most importantly, and communicate that and allow this connection to bloom, allow it to reach fruition, allow that Empress divine feminine energy to come into this connection. Wow, Aries, this is a lovely reading. I'm going to leave it here. Please do let me know how it resonates for you. Please do like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting next, and leave me a comment. I really would like to know how this pans out. I'm going to leave it here, Aries. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.